We welcome you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go from Cleveland. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 7. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's a Browns first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Brings up second and 9.
It is second and 9.
Come on.
He'll look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll look to throw. On the quick slant, this is caught by Pearsall. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Third and inches. Try to pick this one up on the ground. First down and more. inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year.
His kick is good.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
27-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It is a big play for the Browns. 45 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. Open man, left side, he's got it. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense is right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
This is caught at 2. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
2 yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
There'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
Deputy! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Now, faking the give. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Big-time play for Philly. 31 yards.
hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Ready? Ready.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Good running inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year. Give him a 2nd touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the first.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
That's already 2 catches for this guy. We haven't even seen him hand the ball to him yet, and that's really what these running backs have become in the league. They're really just all-around weapons, and if the ground game's not working, you can go to the air, and vice versa. The more times this guy touches the ball, the better it is for this offense.
He'll try the right side this time. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
He'll drop to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
This one complete right side. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that will wind up incomplete. 0-0s on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. So after 1, it's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back to Cleveland. in a minute.
Okay, ready? 19 Lions. Let's go. Let's go.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. To the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Browns. We had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. Extra point by Little is good. And the Browns will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. He's going to like not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready? Cougar 19. Check, hurt. Steady.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got an open downfield on the crossing route. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Check smash. Ready.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Cowboy 80.
Tight end going in motion here.
Let go.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal.
So the Eagles will use their first time out here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
Ready? No. Red. No, check, Bobcat. Go.
They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Eagles first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
Just a great effort by the back. I mean, just the ability to keep your legs moving, to make sure he had enough to pick up the first down. He's able to move the chain by a few, and just a great call, great execution, especially given the circumstances.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Hawk 70.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. Third down coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Third down, 3 to go.
Come on, come on. Hey! Viking, 18.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells you, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down.
Roll. Steady.
Back to throw. He's got a man. That's Felton. And he will have the first down. So they took a chance on 4th and 2. Didn't get it by much, but they do convert to keep the drive going.
Hold it ready. Ready. 70 Lions. Dragon 60. Ready, right?
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
Ready.
Now a toss play, running left. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten yards, but it will set up third down.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. He dives, and what a catch for the first down.
Bronco 80.
That's another Eagles first down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. It's second down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger. Bring it. 60 Bison.
Watkins motioning over.
Ready.
So second down, and they'll run it. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Okay, break. Let's go. Panther 60.
Pearsall, the man in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Point after, coming up here. It's up and through. And the Eagles have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. I think you can. Watch it. Do it. He's a vibe outside off from the music. Turn his TV off. He want my type activity.
18 Cardinal. Let's go now.
They'll begin here on the ground. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
On the set. Come on. Ready, go.
To the air now on first and 10. Quick throw taken in. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. That's 11 yards again. 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Here's a second and 9.
Cowboy 80s, go.
Back to the air one more time. Throw left side, complete to Pearsall. They're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Philadelphia.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. Brown's going to use the first of their timeouts here. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. They face second down and 7.
Let's go. Ready, ready?
They'll stick with him again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. The tight end going in motion to the left. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at it, engaging where the marker is, and getting there to set up 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll look to throw. On the run to the right. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and it adds up to 16 now on the season.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
That is intercepted. And now he loses the football. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Okay, break. Stephanie. Back to 6.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Let's go now. 70 line. Oh, no.
Now a give up the middle. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Come on, come on. Hey, Trash. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 Lion.
Throwing now from the gun. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Here comes the Eagles punt team. This is taken at the 25. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 42 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Forced to his right. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
So 3rd and goal inside the 5, Mike. Defensively, what you're trying to do is, of course, keep him out of the end zone. But the second step is don't allow them to have any decision about whether or not they want to go for it on 4th down. So now after that sack, they take the loss and probably leads to a field goal attempt.
Let's go now.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. His throw left side is complete.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Field goal would only do so much. They need a touchdown to close the gap. It is 4th down and goal. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie linebacker.
I don't hate the decision, Mike. Be aggressive. Come away with a touchdown. But what the quarterback understands in this situation is you just can't hold the ball. You got to get it out of your hand. Give your guy a chance to come down with it. And he puts the ball in harm's way and results in a pick.
Oh, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. So after that safety, it is a free kick, and it comes from the 20. It's going to be fielded back at the 5. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there.
And the Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Here we go. Nice.
Moving to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 39 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Viking 18. Hawk 7.
the middle they go. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Second and 11. Back to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. A pickup of 14 on that ball. First down, Cleveland.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Taking down at the 14-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Here's a run, going left, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Exiting the pocket right. And that is incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, and Rice is wide open. He's got it. That'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Let's go. Ready.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Set.
They send the tight end in motion. They set up the screen for Abataconda. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
3rd and long.
Get it. Cowboy 80. 65 cat. 65 cat.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it's come out to the 20-yard line. Drive will start on the ground. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now a handoff running right. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. As he's on to punt for the 2nd time. To return is Pearsall. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Ready, set.
Now a run on 1st down. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Ready.
Pearsall, the man in motion. They'll throw out of the gun. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 4th down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And this is going to be a beauty. Touchdown at the 2-yard line.
2-yard line.
Give on the ground, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
That is on 3-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. turn and hand this one off. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they forced fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Now, faking the give. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Jonah Ellis. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on down. Wow, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's a run. And this one blown up. Good surge would drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take him down for a loss.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
His kick is good. Makes the score Eagles 35, Browns 19.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
34-yard line.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
He'll go right and find his running back. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And the Browns are looking at a first and goal. He takes it all the way down to the 2.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. And he will score! Game on! Touchdown, Cleveland. That his second TD catch of the season. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2 here.
The Browns will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. That'll be caught. And he'll wind up short of the goal line. So they're not able to get this back to a 1-score game. The margin remains 10. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Ready? 60 by 6.
To the ground, a first down run. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. From the 38 now, here comes second and 8.
Here we go, here we go. Bronco 80. Hey, check that.
Now a run. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock to the stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down.
70, hot 70.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it, and this ball incomplete on third down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is caught. Jordan Watkins. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. His kick is good. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open is the tight end. He's got this one. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
In this coverage breakdown, Mike, it's just completely unacceptable. You come out in dime defense. What that means is you have 6 defensive backs and only 1 linebacker most often. So for the offense to find an open receiver with that much space to operate, you just have to imagine there was some sort of breakdown in communication and execution, because he had a lot of room to operate, and that defensive coordinator is not happy.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
Goal to go.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the stakes. Let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 3.
Back to the air one more time. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown Browns.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Hey, smash Bronco!
Here's the toss as they look to run, and that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Deputy Lions! Ready?
They'll drop to throw. He's going to air this one out. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
On the jump.
The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face 1st and goal.
70 Rangers. Ready, ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught, and this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Eagles are going to extend their lead.
Next to score, Eagles 49, Browns 32.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's go.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll look to throw again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day.
And that final throw here is intercepted. And the Eagles are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up